What is up, guys? Lily Gaming here. We back with some Doki Doki, and hopefully you guys like the last one because you don't get a choice.
Yeah, you don't get a choice to what you watch. You don't like it, you leave. You come back after after the series is done. But then you still don't like us, you leave.
Why'd you save it in 2 different slots?
That's what you're supposed to do. Because that'll override this one.
Yeah, oh, okay, just let me click.
Do you want to put this... Oh, no, and don't use the skip button. No one likes the skip button.
Hi again, Lilac. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Well, I'm back in the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Lilac. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come in here to hang out or what, but if you don't take this seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Busted. Busted.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Lilac always gives it his best as long as he's having fun.
I'm not a guy!
You are in our book. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
Sure, that's because your room is so messy and distracting.
True.
And you almost set your house on fire once.
That was also true for me. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Lilac can become good friends too.
That's me. Sayori. Dot. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into.
How is that a weird situation? She's just saying, oh yeah, you two can become good friends too. How is that weird?
'Cause I'm awkward.
How is that weird? Oh, Sayori, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? What? Wait, Sayori.
Me?
Oh.
That's me!
I'm sorry. Not really. Don't be shy.
Suggested squiggly.
It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind.
Oh, she's blushing so hard. It's adorable.
Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do?
Yuri is so embarrassed. Oh my gosh.
I love Yuri.
I do too.
I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So it's a nice gesture from you. It is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked a book out that I think that you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted.
This is How is this girl accidentally being so cute?
Execute order 60 sacks.
She even picks out a book I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this.
Hopefully this doesn't get copyrighted.
It's not, because it's a gameplay.
No, me saying, doing the 60 sacks, because that's an actual video. Anyway.
I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now everyone's settled in. I expected Monica to kick off someone's scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book.
Me.
I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages.
Ah.
Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She takes another glance at me as her eyes met for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face a little deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Oh. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I don't get what she means, like, it's okay. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go.
I don't get what she's...
She bought a book for him.
Yeah, well, she even said that she bought the book for him, so he could read it, didn't she?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What is it about, anyways?
Well,
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov,
I think.
There's an anonymous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Illuminati.
No, it's Japan! Alright.
That's me! I wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made this sound like it was gonna be a nice story, so that the dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Lilac?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
Your dad's bad.
I know. It's just that those kind of stories... Oh wait, that's you.
They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, They're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
Well, what are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said that you were looking forward to it. Just let me get the book. I quickly retrieved the book I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright. God bless you.
It's a cough.
I know.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she is not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really like to apologize a lot, don't you?
I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Oh, I love her.
No, not again. This happens every day.
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each learn a little bit, lean a bit over our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds, the left side of the book open between her thumbs and forefinger. I do the same thing with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we are huddling even closer together than before. It's kind of distracting.
This guy, dude, you need to stop. You're just being weird now. Taking everything.
It's if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision.
It's not that weird. Are you ready? To turn the page.
Sorry.
Now you're the one saying sorry. Ha ha ha.
I think I got a bit distracted for a second.
See, she's looking at us now.
I glance over at Yuri's face and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition.
Your volition.
I don't know what that means.
Volition? Volition.
I don't know. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange.
How does that work? How do you think that?
I'm not...
This character is weird.
My thumb gently letting go of the page, like it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb.
It's like playing ball.
Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she is more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second-guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but you kind of reminiscent of someone of your mannerisms.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But Lilac, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, that's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I'm Mormon. That is kind of cute.
What are you saying all of a sudden?
Okay, everyone. We interrupt Monica. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other.
Yay!
We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
That's me.
Yuri exhaled, spared from her finish her thought. Wait, what? Spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
It's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read it with you after it picks up a bit, you know.
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
So wait, am I the one talking to Yuri just because I picked a poem more like her, or does that not affect it at this part?
Usually, if you pick more words with Natsuki than anybody else, then you would be with Natsuki, like talking more with Natsuki. If you pick more with Sayori, you would be talking more with Sayori right now. But since we picked more for stuff with Yuri,
but we haven't done the poem thing yet.
Well, the poem that we did last night is about to show.
I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then I slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. But I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? That's your person.
Oh! I can't wait! I forgot.
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers on a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself.
Alright, who are we going to show our poem to first?
Yuri.
Okay.
Yuri is the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
What's that?
What? Did I say that out loud?
Oh. Your first covers her mouth, but ends up covering her whole face. Oh, she's so cute.
He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh? Well, I know that. I just meant, Gosh dang it.
Yuri trails off. Funny.
Gosh dang it!
Excuse. She traces her finger along the words of the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah.
I feel like these videos are going to be a lot longer than my normal video, but this is a pretty long game, so that's probably alright.
Yeah, it's a good thing to be...
Make like 30-minute videos, I think will be alright.
From every poem is a good thing, like to every poem.
Okay.
This is the reason why I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize is new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate.
What's that?
I forget.
I think it means like, very...
recognizable, I think, or...
I don't know. In other words, oh, that's true. Okay.
In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that is not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. I'm gonna say it. Natsu can be a little bit biased, though. I should.
Alright. Biased? How? I'm gonna put the mouse. I don't think the recording captures mouse, but anyway.
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuki is apologizing to herself, me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
Alright. Ghost under the lights. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the ember glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm. Breathing air of the present but living in the past. The lights flicker. I flicker back.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read. No, it didn't.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it.
So hers is like a futuristic poem, and there was like one streetlight left of the modern day, I guess.
Of the past.
Yeah. Our modern day.
Well, The poem is like, I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghost, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Lilac.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their thoughts, feelings, and experiences through their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In that case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. I did. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so...
I don't even know what we wrote.
Yeah, you don't get to see what you write.
Nah. I think I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all of this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Lilac.
Me too.
Alright, who's next?
Monica. Hi, Lilac. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
True.
Anyways, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Lilac. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Did you know when the poems go, the music changes? Just listen to that.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Lilac. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That sounded very good.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes that kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imaginary and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it and just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of their nuances. Oh, well, anyway, yeah, we actually had a lot of words that were both in common with Sayori and Yuri, but it turns I think we got more of Yuri.
Yeah, we got more Yuri.
It could take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You don't know, you do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learning by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a bit biased towards their own kinds of styles. but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write in the way that everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyways, do you want to read my poem now?
Alright.
Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound perfectly competent for someone who claims that to be very good. Well, that's 'cause I love to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then.
Alright. Hole in wall.
Yeah, the music does change.
It changed to their styles. If you didn't notice with Yuri's, it was much more, it was deeper kinds of noises and everything in a violin.
It could have been me seeing...
Couldn't have.
It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle...
Spackle.
Spackle? What's a spackle?
I have no idea.
Protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see a real blind, like a film left out in the sun. What? Okay, but it's too late. My...
Retinas.
Wait, a poem is a scroll bar?
Yeah.
Already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. Sounds like a computer glitch something. Alright, that's enough. So, what do you think? It's very freeform. Is that what you call it?
Yes.
Sorry if I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of...
Epiphany.
What's an epiphany?
I have no idea. I just know how to say it.
This game has all these weird words in it. I don't know what they are.
They're English.
I know that, but it's...
We're gonna look them up.
Alright. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany?
I think like
yeah, something like that.
I think an epiphany is like a problem or a realization, something like that.
I'm kind of nervous about talking about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Right, who's next? Sayori or Natsuki?
Yeah, thanks, Sayori.
Wow, you don't like...
I do like Natsuki. It's just we had like her. She was the second most we had in the poem. So
True.
this is a good poem.
That's me. I
Oh,
forgot. This is a good poem, Lilac. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. I'm the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare... Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Lilac. Deep down, you're not selfish at all. You know, you come off as selfish on the outside. Wow. Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motivation here. Oh no.
Poor Sayori.
Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
Squiggly. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Just wait.
Well, we'll see about that.
Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. No, but, alright, I'm gonna give you my thoughts on this poem.
She's hungry while she's writing this.
Remember how in the last episode, with the poem, how you were getting everything like with the darker stuff for Sayori? So,
yeah.
I want you to look at this line, like this line right here.
Oh no!
Pay more attention.
I didn't realize it. I didn't look at it that way.
I just want you to look at that line and give me your thoughts on it.
She could die. Sleeping forever means dying.
She wouldn't want to get up out of bed and stuff like that. I feel like that's what it implies, honestly. I want breakfast, but I want breakfast. Yeah, I don't think that means anything. I
think she was hungry.
I think she just wants some breakfast.
I think she was writing this while she was like, it's so good until it's just like, I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this?
No,
she was hungry.
Just a little bit.
I can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Wow. Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say it. It was a bad poem. It just came out nice, or how should I put it? It just sounds like you.
Really?
Yep. Especially the last line.
I made eggs and toast.
No one asked. Even though you were late for school.
It's bad to skip breakfast. I skip breakfast every time. You're wrong, Sayori. I get all cranky. Okay, never mind. Have all the breakfast you want.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's is the best.
Yeah.
But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I'll look forward to it.
Natsuki.
This is getting kind of a long video. Oh well.
We just need to get to the next poem.
Alright, well, no one's gonna watch these because they're so long.
No. That's not true.
Well, it's about time. What I expected from you, someone like... Wait, what? Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt.
That's very rude.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't evoke my emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass.
And he wanted away. He
wanted away. Sigh. Aw.
Aw, Natsuki.
Well, anyways, I guess I need to show you mine. Not
Alright,
that you'll
now
like
let's
it.
listen to her music.
You eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
Oh, look into the deeper meaning of that.
Humans are stupid.
No. People can try, but that's about it. All these other things can do things just by own natural talent, and all we can do is try without doing anything, but it doesn't make any difference in life.
Yeah. I think Natsuki's a pessimist.
Oh, you think?
Yeah. I told you you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everything around you doing great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simply writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I'm guessing more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something.
That's so cute.
Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did it, you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I didn't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take it away from her.
I'm gonna save.
Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. It was a little bit more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me based on my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I'm curious to see what we actually wrote.
You don't get to see what you write, and it's sad.
I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into.
It would be cool if they had, like, a thing where you could actually, like, type and write poems. That would be cool. That would be a cool mechanic.
Yeah, but that'd probably be a lot harder.
Yeah, but still, that would be a very cool mechanic to have, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but programming games is pretty difficult, so I probably couldn't do that. Or you could do it and it wouldn't have any impact on the game. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They generally exchange sheets of paper, sharing their representative poems. As they read in tandem,
Yep.
I watch them each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with the language?
That's what we said.
Did you just say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki decisively returns to the poem on the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How could that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say?
Wow, so rude.
Thanks, but it really didn't come off nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions, even though this is
Humph. for suggestions. I would have asked someone who actually liked it.
That's not how this works. That's biased.
She's sassy, so. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Lilac did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time in establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet.
Oh!
And Lilac liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Here we go.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Oh, this is getting getting sassy.
Just wait for her next comment.
Oh, sorry, that's you.
Yeah. That's not what I. You're just.
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Lilac appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
Huh? And then how do you know that he doesn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go on my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
This is like got into a roast battle.
Is everyone okay?
Well, you know what?
Wow, just let Suki out of me.
I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Lilac started showing up. What?
Natsuki!
Natsuki, that's a little,
This doesn't... Oh, we had to say it at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
This doesn't involve you!
I don't like fighting, guys!
Suddenly both girls turned to me as if I was just noticed I was standing there.
Lilac! She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true! She started it! If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing is more effective, then we wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? That the meanings just jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Lilac.
Wait! There's a reason why we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively.
I think they both have their own unique writing styles,
Yeah.
and they're both okay.
Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Lilac?
Also, I didn't know her boobs grew.
They didn't.
Natsuki's just jealous because she's a stick.
Oh!
But
Roasted.
She's cute. She's cute in her own way.
Yeah.
I like they're both. They're just different.
Well... Oh, we need to say it the same thing.
1, 2, 3. Well... How did I drag myself into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me.
Help us, Sayori! Help! Help!
Help me, Sayori! Natsuki! Natsuki glares at me, drawing up or seeing in her mouth. So instead, I turned to Yuri. Yuri, but Yuri's expression is so defensive, so I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori? Yeah, everyone's fighting and making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this?
Lilac?
Well, that's her fault. This isn't about her.
I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict.
Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck on jerk she's thinking.
She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Here we go again.
Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? Oh dear. This is exactly why nobody likes. Stop!
Huh? Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy.
Oh, she's about to cry.
My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting?
Because...
Well... Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And... I don't want to say that.
I'll say it. I'll say it. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, technically that's a compliment if you take it that way, I guess.
Yeah.
Sayori.
This one.
Wait,
Sayori. Sayori just stands there triumphantly. Monica stands behind her in a bewildered expression.
I'll make some tea.
Why is Monica not helping? She's the club leader. Yuri rushes off.
Bye.
She just like flies off the screen.
Bye.
Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So why is Sayori... is this why Sayori is vice president? I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing for me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own way, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing.
She's cunningly deceived.
I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us? You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly, causing my stomach to knot.
You're so weird.
Such a genuine personality really does just make a good president regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more.
Yeah.
I think this is a good place to stop.
No, we need to get to the poem.
We're almost at an hour, Susie!
Shush, poem.
Fine. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly. Lilac, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends, too. So your poem will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn more about the kinds of poems that everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. You are filled with determination.
Lilac, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. Truly, it's been a while since Sayori and I had spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Lilac, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest.
You know, I think we should get Matthew to split this into 2 parts so they're not quite so long, because no one's gonna watch a 1-hour video.
I do. I've watched a 2-hour video before straight.
I know, but it's a lot less people. Like, when I see live streams that are like 2 hours, I don't want to go back and watch them.
Sure.
But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too. Oh, wait, I've been rating your subs.
Oh, that's okay. Every day is going to be so much fun.
Sigh. It looks like Sayori still has to cut on to the kind of situation I'm in. You are such a pervert, dude, that I'm playing as.
Yeah.
Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Oh. Well, just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I passed Sayori on her shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to see Sayori as an internal moral
monologue
sometimes. Yeah. I'm very sick, so sorry about the sniffling and stuff, guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Poem.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to split this into 2 because each video is gonna be like an hour.
Alright. Okay, who are we trying to impress?
I don't know. Should we go for Yuri? I think Yuri again.
Okay.
Since we've already gotten
Okay,
her.
so we know more specifics on Natsuki. On Sayori stuff we're writing, so we know what's gonna be more of her stuff.
So that's gonna be her. Yep. Oh, what?
What? Wait.
What? Oh. I broke it.
I fixed it.
Judgment? Yep.
Does she like anything that's nice?
Yeah, she just likes things that make you think.
Yeah, true.
Tragedy? No, that's
it. That's Sayori.
Sayori definitely had something bad happen in her past. Tenacious?
I forget what
that sounds smart. Yep. She's just
melancholy. No, wait, that's Sayori. Melancholy is probably Sayori.
What's that mean?
Melancholy, being sad for no reason.
Extreme? Yeah, that's Yuri.
We still never found out what explosion was for, like, explode. We need to do that for this one.
Okay. Wait, are they the same? Disoriented? Yep, Yuri.
Oh.
Graveyard?
I think that would, that would be for Yuri. Music!
No,
gosh dang it, that's Sayori.
I thought so.
I love music.
Kawaii would be.
It's definitely Natsuki.
She is Kawaii. Anime, kiss, landscape, yeah. Agonite? Yeah, that's Yuri. Unrestrained, marshmallow, kitty breath. Analysis, Yuri. Climax?
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Not that kind of climax! Like a story climax, jeez!
Oh gosh.
What? What?
Who's that for?
I'm gonna guess her.
You wanna see?
How much do you want to bet that's Sayori?
I'm gonna bet a lot that's Sayori. It's
Yuri!
What? I thought that was gonna be Sayori! Okay.
Yuri is a bit darker than I thought as well.
No,
it's not really dark. She just doesn't. She feels out of place, I think.
Yeah. Incongruent.
That's Yuri.
And out of place.
I feel like Yuri has anxiety. Yeah.
Yeah. Heaven sent.
That's Sayori.
Yeah,
I was pretty sure it was gonna be her, but I don't want to make it seem like you're doing Yuri internally.
Well, that's the Yuri route if you're doing Yuri.
Yeah, I think we're trying to impress Yuri because we already got one. Yeah. And I think if we just do one that impresses each, then it wouldn't work.
I think Eternity would be one of hers.
I also think Daydream would be, because...
No, I think that would be Sayori. I think either Eternity or Philosophy.
Yep, Eternity was one.
Starscape?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Ambient.
Yuri. I'm starting to wonder if
What about this one? What about that one?
Oh,
What about
okay.
that one?
Yuri! Yuri!
Oh
No! Yuri is secretly hiding something.
no! Melody, listen. Melody. Gosh dang it!
Natsuki.
Well, at least Natsuki doesn't feel left out now. Okay, that's
a good time to save. Bloop. Alright, guys. This is probably going to be split into two just because no one wants to watch an hour.
I do.
Well, yeah, you might, but most people would prefer to watch a 30-minute video over an hour video.
Not true.
Well, it'd be a lot easier to render as well, so it might be
True.
split into two parts, it might not be. Anyway, hopefully you guys liked the first one, because we recorded this before the first one was uploaded, just because I really wanted to play this game again. I just hit the headphones. Let's see you next time, guys.
And don't check out my channel, because my stuff is very cringy.
Check out the Lilac Seal.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. It's a lie.
Alright, bye.